What is the main focus of the 2030 Sustainability and Responsibility Roadmap, and what was the main content of it?
So that was called the Good Times from a Good Place. And at Pernod Ricard, we talk about being creator de conviviality. We don't translate it, but what it means is that we are creators of moments of conviviality. So we bring good times, but we bring them from a good place. So what we wanted to do was make sure that we actually already had a 2020 environmental roadmap, which we'll finish next year. But it was really more focused on the environment. We also had some things a lot of things we were doing around responsible consumption in many different markets. But what we wanted to do was really the difference is that this is a strategy which touches every single part of our business.
And I know that this plan has just taken place right after the 2018, last year's plastic reduction campaign. So why Pernod Ricard pays so much attention to the sustainable development so much over this year?
I think, as I said, we already had a 2020 plan, so this is just a kind of a strengthened and a broadened plan, if you like, that's deeply embedded. We believe, and of course, if you have brands like ours that are, 200-300 years old, if you don't manage them, and if you don't look at the risks that they have and manage them for the future, the ESG risks, as the investors call it, environmental, social, and governance, then how do you plan to have all brands there for the future?
So, what are the case or the example like you feel most proud of?
I think there's many in Pernod Ricard actually that we're very proud of. I think one from a brand point of view is Absolut. Absolut has vision to be completely circular within the coming years. And if you look at Absolut now, so many parts of it are circular. For example, the extra CO2 that is produced is then sold on to other organisations to make fizzy drinks. The material that's left at the end of the distillation process goes to feed 250 cows and pigs every day. So that's just one example, but there's many things happening with our other brands such as Chivas Regal and Ballantine's and our wine brands. There's a lot of different things that are happening.
So what are your expectations and visions for the Pernod Ricard's future strategy for the sustainable development?
So we have very clear targets. Now it's really about the implementation throughout the organisation and through the brand. So we like to call that, as I said, the butterfly effect, whereby, actually if we start here and everyone starts to take some small actions, the ripple effect and the impact that has on the wider organisation can be, very, very strong and impactful.